Top 20 Child Care Center Director Interview Questions and Answers. These questions are commonly asked during Child Care Center Director job interviews. Study them to know what to expect during your next interview. A sample answer for each interview question is provided. 1. Why do you want to work as a Child Care Center Director? The interviewer wants to know your motivation towards working as a Child Care Director. Sample answer. I love children a lot, and being in one environment excites me. I have all the necessary skills and experience in the child care field. I see the significance of this job, and my main aim involves positively impacting the children both physically and emotionally. I like to mentor children and watch them grow to become better people in the future. 2. What do you think is the most difficult part in working with kids? The interviewer seeks to know your experience as a Child Care Center Director. Sample answer. Some children have immoral behaviors, and what parents fail to correct at the beginning is usually impossible to mend. Working with some parents can be a nightmare sometimes, as they may fail to perform their duties such as attending meetings or fail to pick their kids from the daycare. However, it is from these challenges that I have gained more knowledge and got relevant ways to deal with them. 3. Have you ever encountered an unsatisfied parent who raised complaints on the care given to their child? How did you deal with it? The employer wants to test your problem-solving skills. Sample answer. A parent came to the child care center I was working in as a director, annoyed and complained that her child had been mistreated. I listened to her story calmly and apologized for everything that had happened, and in return, I promised her that it would never happen again. Nonetheless, I stood behind my staff members and advocated for the teaching methods since they are the ones that guide the well-being of the institution. 4. How do you inspire the teachers to offer engaging and stimulating environment for children? The employer wants to test your leadership skills and teamwork. Sample answer. I always make sure that I have the appropriate people in the centers, since it is difficult to motivate someone who doesn't like the job or children. Furthermore, I always involve the teachers and all the other staff members in organizing daily activities and making simple lesson plans that suit the children. I watch the reaction of the children and make assessments on the quality of education and from there mark the areas that need improvement. 5. What are your goals as Child Care Center Director? The employer intends to know your achievements in the Child Care Center. Sample answer. My primary mission is to create a serene learning environment for both the children, teachers, and staff members. I'd love all the parents to adore the Child Care Center due to the professional and loyal services offered. I want to build an environment where both the teachers and children can thrive in everything. 6. How will you market the Child Care Center Director to local community? The employer wants to know your marketing skills related to child care. Sample answer. I always ensure the Child Care Center is known for its excellent services by mobilizing everyone to perform their role efficiently. Once the parents are satisfied with the child care services, they will surely inform their friends who in return transfer their kids to our daycare. Besides, I also distribute flyers to the locals and run campaigns to promote the daycare on social media pages. 7. Discuss how you create new policies in a child care center. The interviewer wants to know the method you use to create rules for the organization. Sample answer. I believe the rules I create are meant to govern everyone in the institution. Whenever I feel the urge to create new rules that will benefit the institution, I always call a meeting that everyone has to attend in the child care center. After that, I read out the new rules and listen to their views. I explain why I created the rules and guide them to understand the importance of the rules. 8. What do you think is the most crucial thing to teach staff in relation to child development? The interviewer wants to know your knowledge relating to child care. Sample answer. Children come from different ethnicity and background, and every child has their weaknesses and strengths. Therefore, you need to study the different children adequately and identify their pros and cons. Do not criticize a child for their wrong deed or diminish them by comparing him to another. Instead, teach the child the right way in a friendly manner, and the child will learn and be successful. 9. What do you understand by NAEYC accreditation standards? The interviewer wants to hear your understanding of the NAEYC accreditation standard. Sample answer. NAEYC standards describe the expectations which early childhood professional must attain. It defines the essential learning outcomes for professional preparation program and presents a shared vision of excellence. An accredited center is that which is identified for providing outstanding care in a wide range of educational, personal, and developmental services, hence easing the burden of working parents. 10. What are the qualities of a good child care center director? Here the employer is testing your characters as a good child care director. Sample answer. A good child care director must have the ability to develop a good relationship with children, parents, and coworkers, should possess excellent leadership skills, to supervise staff, and motivate them to work diligently. He should enforce rules and regulations, and lastly should design program plan, prepare budgets, and assist the teachers in caring and teaching the children. 11. How do you ensure the child care center director is running efficiently when you are away? The employers want to know how organized you are in your child care center. Sample answer. I always ensure that I hold a meeting before leaving. In the meeting, I assign tasks to colleagues and ensure they are comfortable running the errand. I make sure everything is in order and all the rules must be followed. While away, I constantly check and ask how the center is running to avoid any inconveniences. 12. Explain the tips to manage a child care center. The interviewer intends to know the method you employ in your child care center. Sample answer. I always ensure that every staff member is adequately trained, certified, and licensed to give proper care to multiple children. Secondly, I make sure the institution is equipped with all the education and play-related equipment. Lastly, I ensure the children are in a safe environment by keeping all the toys and equipment in good condition. 13. Why should we hire you as a child care center director? The interviewer wants to know the qualities that make you stand from the rest. Sample answer. I believe I have all the skills and experience needed for the child care director position. I am determined and have sufficient knowledge in handling challenges that may occur in a child care center. I know how to enhance great teamwork with colleagues and motivate them to succeed in the child care center. 14. What is your greatest strength as a child care center director? The interviewer intends to know your power as a child care director. Sample answer. I am confident with leadership skills to manage a child care center. I can handle a multitude of responsibilities and possess good communication skills, which helps me solve disputes and challenges in the organization. I love my work and do it with passion, hence the results are always fantastic. 15. As a child care center director, how do you respond to working under pressure? This question aims at testing your composure and ability to stay true to a task. Sample answer. On one occasion, our child care was flooded with rainwater. The place was so messy, and learning could not occur. The parents were annoyed. I laid down all the strategies needed to get rid of the water from the compound and improve the center's drainage system to prevent the problem from recurring. After that, I called all the child care center members and apologized for the inconvenience. 16. How do you work with teachers to provide a fun and stimulating environment for children? The interviewer wants to know you cooperate with your team to make learning fun for the children. Sample answer. I always ensure learning is done in all forms to make it easier for every child. Children are usually taught in a class where they write and read and play games that educate them on a concept. I also ensure there are tools used to illustrate a concept learned in the books, and by so doing, all the children enjoy learning. 17. Describe a time you mentored someone. The employer wants to find your mentorship skills and how you executed them. Sample answer. A teacher was posted in a child care center where I was the director. She wasn't so friendly with the children, and I realized that she didn't like the job. I took the opportunity to talk to her to see the importance of handling the children with love and care. I continuously counseled her, and after a month, I realized she had improved and liked her work. 18. Tell me about a scenario where you analyzed information and evaluated result to choose the best solution to a problem. The employer wants to know how you examine an issue and evaluate the findings to come up with a solution. Sample answer. A dispute erupted between a parent, child, and teacher. The issue was that a parent complained that a teacher had disciplined her child. On the other hand, the teacher said he corrected the child since he realized he had developed immoral behaviors. I listened to both sides and did my investigations. After analyzing the findings, I called all the parties and resolved the issue. And in the end, everyone was satisfied with the way I solved the problem. 19. Briefly explain how you manage time to provide best results. The employer is testing your time management skills. Sample answer. The first step to success starts with good time management. I always make a to-do list. This helps increase my productivity, helps clear my mind, and saves me energy and stress. I write down all the tasks for the day and divide them according to the higher priority ones. Also, I always take regular breaks to keep my mind fresh, manage emails and phone calls, and lastly, keep a time log. 20. Are you planning to change your career? What would you go for? The interviewer is testing your stand on the job as a child care center director. Sample answer. I have a great passion for working with children. My goal is mentoring and inspiring them to become successful and better people in the society. I wouldn't choose another career apart from this because the environment, which has children, is my strength and I love it a lot. Conclusion. Everyone desires to be selected after an interview. These questions and answers will help you to prepare adequately to ace your interview. After studying them, you will be equipped with the knowledge needed for the interview and can use some answers to attack a question that may be asked differently.